Hello everyone, my name is Alythia, and before we begin, I just wanted to thank every single one of you who reached out to me for my birthday and maybe gave me a gift. I am so thankful. And as for today's topic, I'm very excited for this because we just received an event on Woozworld, and it is actually an interactive questline, which happened to be my favorite. And luckily, or maybe not, depending on how you like to play your game, this event requires quite a bit of work. I will quickly go over the story now, but here is a timestamp to get to the guide portion if you're not interested in all the text. The quest begins with a message telling us to visit the wizard, Lady Miraye. I'm not sure, so I'll just refer to her as Lady Wizard. And she tells us that she has a really bad feeling. We go to investigate and we confirm her bad feeling. The TLDR is that the castle has some kind of very bad energies inside that are locked up, and we can't go in to deal with them. We call Maya and Rose to help us out on this adventure. They tag along, and we find out that since Rose is Jenny's daughter from another universe, she has a key to the castle that is very much locked for us, because in her universe, it never got that restricted to begin with. We also read a letter that was written by Jenny herself, specifically alerting us of her mission and how we need to put an end to this curse once and for all. Lady Wizard reasonably gets spooked and tells us that we need to go and gather some materials and ingredients so that we can make a potion that will protect us from the bad energies once we make our way inside, and this is where the guide begins. So to continue, we need to get the soul potion protection. Hello? The soul protection potion, and that requires a couple of materials. We need 4 garlic, 8 fish, and 1 azurium fruit, as well as 3 whipped cream. Let's take a look at the whipped cream first. The whipped cream requires 2 milk cartons, 4 sugar cubes, and 1 vanilla stick. However, we need 3 whipped cream. So in total, we need 6 milk, 12 sugar, and 3 vanilla sticks. Luckily, these items are all farmable, and so I will put a checklist of the open world items. Let's begin with the farm. On the farm, we can find manure, fish, and milk. The manure costs 1 energy to collect, and alternatively, you can get manure at your own units by feeding your besties and waiting for them to make some. We will need manure for a bin, for soil patches, and for fertilizer. The fish you can collect from any pond by clicking on it once and waiting until you get a fish. This will also cost 1 energy. There is a pond on the farm as well as a few rooms down, but any pond will do, and I do suggest you try the one at the farm since it's the quickest. Finally, we get milk by milking the cow at the farm. Moving on to the forest. In the forest, we can find regular wood, which also costs 1 energy to collect, and we need this to create wood planks that are needed for the bin. Regular wood is also used for the soil patches, so we do want to get some of that as well. There is also water in the forest, and you can collect water at any well. Water is used both for your besties and for watering your plants, and there are many wells around Woozworld, with the most known one just outside of the mine, the one inside of the mine, the one on Lip Street, as well as in Kurtoza. So although there is a well in the forest, it's relatively hard to get to, so I don't recommend getting it from here. But I figured I should mention it. And we can also get fish. Again, we can just collect a fish from any pond, but here it's really close and really fast, so this is also an option. The final place is the mine, and in the mine we can find water, as I mentioned in my previous point, and we can also find stone, and the stones are needed to create soil patches as well, where we will plant our ingredients. Alright, so to get started, we will need a bin, which I cannot pronounce the name of, sue me, and also a bunch of soil patches as well as fertilizer to speed things up. The fertilizer is optional, but I strongly recommend it. And before you commit to crafting anything, chances are that you already have certain items, so just double check all of your units and your inventories. But if you don't have them, then you can continue by clicking on the big button on the left of your screen, then going to global recipes, creating a table saw. After this, creating the bin, through the same crafting menu, and finally get to the soil patches. So now you have soil patches. Let's go to the Besties boutique. Click on the seed selection and buy 1 packet of garlic, 2 packets of sugar, 1 packet of azurium, and 1 packet of vanilla. Quick note, you can buy garlic and vanilla from the marketplace, however milk, fish, sugar cubes, etc. are not available on there, so you still need to grow some items. While I was doing this quest, from one sugar plant I got 8 sugar cubes, and keep in mind that harvesting the plants always gives some seeds back, so you don't need to keep buying the seeds. In order to grow the actual ingredients, you need to place your soul patches somewhere in your units. It doesn't really matter where, just as long as you can reach them. Click on it and select the pack of seeds that you want to plant. After this, select water and use a good fertilizer. Now, we just wait for the plants to grow. Once the plants are ready, simply click on the soil patch and then press harvest. After you do that, go back to Lady Wizard, click on the cauldron, and create the whipped cream. After you craft the potion, you will get some more quest text, and we will make our way to the castle where we will find these ghosts, and we will find out that it was not a door, it was actually a seal. And now we've let all of those monsters loose, and we must fight them and cue minigames, basically, which I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. I did like the first portion, so either way, it does seem like we will require more garlic and other ingredients just for more cosmetic items, so make sure that you keep planting them and you keep watering them because they clearly have their uses. That's basically it. I'm going to be taking my time with this event because I don't want to just do it in one day. With that being said, happy spooky season. I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween if I don't make another video before then. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!